through 8 games this year and basically every other game last year except for the Stanford game. How did they do defensively what they did to your offense?
Last year I think it was just that we didn't play to our standard. We didn't play up to our standard of football at all. They outworked us, made plays. We weren't making plays. We were dropping balls, missing blocks, messing up assignments on the offensive line. We just weren't really mentally all there, I don't think, and that didn't allow us to play as physically as we had wanted to. That's kind of what we're trying to do this year, is just pick up the physicality, and I think we've done that. I think we were a lot more physical team this year than we were last year, and I think it shows a lot on the offensive line and just the entire offense as a whole. And last year, another thing is in our preparation for the game, that entire week felt a little off to me. I don't think we were as locked in, as sharp. We had been taking kind of some snaps off, I think, and that's just completely different from this year. We've had one of the best weeks of practice we've had all season. That's just it, man. We're just trying to come out there and be physical.
Is that the biggest thing, physicality? I guess how did you go into a week playing a Stanford team knowing how physical they are and not be physical?
I think we kind of just expected to win. I don't think I think they just wanted it more. We were kind of beat up at the time, and we just weren't really, not necessarily not into it. It was just there was just something. That's the only thing you can explain. You feel it. Something just wasn't there with our whole mentality. And I think that's there this week. We have a killer instinct this week, and we're ready to go attack.
I've heard several people say we just didn't give them our best shot. I know you guys want to give a lot of credit to the Stanford defense, obviously.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, they played great. Yeah.
Do you still really feel like it was more on you guys than it was on them?
I don't think it's. It's just they outplayed us that game. I think They definitely had their defense had a better game than our offense for sure. But I think that's just because we were just making so many mistakes ourselves, and like I say, we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a lot that game and not really being as physical as we could have. So that's what kind of allowed them to overcome.
So I guess then, how much of a lesson is last year's game for you, especially as an offensive line unit?
Oh, it's a big lesson. I think that was kind of the game that kind of taught everybody this year. Hey, don't overlook anybody. It's a long season. And I don't know why. We weren't necessarily overlooking them last year. We just didn't take them as seriously as we should have. And that's what we're kind of doing this year. So that's kind of the lesson we took from it. Is prepare for the week. Don't worry about, like this late in the season, don't worry about what might come later if we win out. You know what I mean? That's we kind of have been keeping that out of our mind a lot better this season. So that's kind of what we learned.
So I imagine you've been preaching physicality in practice all week long.
Yep.
Come Thursday during the day when you're getting ready and going through your final walkthrough and all the mental reps and all that stuff, you get out on the field just before that first snap. How do you ensure that you guys as an offensive line are being as physical as you need to be?
Just make sure, just talk to the guys. We're gonna be talking to each other all day. Just make sure our minds are right. Just prep for the game, mentally ready. Because that's really all you can do before the game. Just get your mind right. Get focused. Know that there's going to be a big level of competition coming at you later that day, and that it's something you really need to prepare for. And so we're gonna kind of corral each other around, and probably just, everyone kind of has their own way to prepare for a game. Jake Fisher watches a bunch of inspirational videos, a bunch of like bodybuilding, like stuff like that. I just listen to music and kind of visualize, and I think that's what a lot of the guys do too. So we're all just going to be doing that kind of stuff and just normal pregame.